Yeah, when it fell down, I did buy Satyam share.
Me too.
So because everybody knew this is a good company.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
because of one person, it is never going to go down. That was
Absolutely.
sure for everyone. Everyone knew that it is never going to happen. It will go down to rumbles and not. It was never there. Hmm.
Hmm.
So
True.
a lot of people, yeah, in share market, there is a lot of. If you, I'm, I am a keen follower, right? I do trading and
Hmm.
all. So there is a lot of community people. Okay, during the certain time,
Hmm.
they lost so much money, but they also made
Yes,
so much money
right.
with Satyam shares only.
Correct.
You see a lot of people are talking about Satyam. Okay, moving forward. First, you started your journey from India,
Yes.
then you went to Switzerland.
Yes.
Then you went for some time to back to India,
Yes.
and then you came. Then again you go to Singapore, and now you are in Australia. Okay,
Yes.
I think a lot of IT industry guys who come from engineering, they will be jealous of you,
I'm sure.
right? Uh, and mm, then I was basically when I was looking through this, okay,
Hmm.
then I wrote something about you. Okay,
Okay.
uh, how should I look up to you? Is like I said, like this man actually can give career advice to anyone. Okay, coming from, see why I say this. You are coming from a BCom where you don't have a small what do you say? I can't give not you know IT wala flavor, like a
There
person
is
coming from
nothing.
IT industry.
There's
You know,
nothing.
So let's say if, even if you are from a science background, okay, they
Right.
might say, yeah, I we used to do some programming, yeah, in school days also. That
Hmm.
people might say, but
Right.
you are from like doing profit and loss, ledger balance, right? And
Yes.
when people, a lot of people like they asked me, they said, Sashi, how you know profit and loss? How you know ledger balance? Okay, and when they say, I sometimes some people ask me, they say, yeah, I know AutoCAD because they don't know. Okay, because they don't know. Polytechnic is such an institute where you are taught everything. We are
Right.
taught we are taught profit and loss also. Okay, we are taught AutoCAD also. We are taught drawing. Okay, that LNT diagrams and all everything that they have provided us. So I was a good student. I used to, yeah, definitely pick it up. And now, and my younger brother is in NSE. Okay,
Ah,
he's a
right.
deputy manager in National Stock Exchange. So
Wow.
obviously I'll know about it. So uh, coming to you directly, because see, for me, this is what I said. Okay, you will be one of the best person. I think people should reach out to you, asking for career advice. Like how should I build my career?
Wow.
So
I think
I go
that's
to this question to, yeah, I go to this question to people at the very last stage, but
hmm.
I'm coming to you very early.
Phew. I think yeah, it's a tricky one to answer. But like I said, when I started off, I think when like I said, when I started off with e-learning and it was not a technical role. I mean, when I started with
Mm,
e-learning, I was doing technical support.
mm,
So whatever I learned as part, I mean, it was basically troubleshooting. Some people used to call us and they say, "Hey, I was going through this online course on your LMS and it froze and it stuck and
mm,
so on and so forth." So obviously, as a technical support agent, you have your script, you have your a list of FAQs. In a certain problem what are the areas that you need to troubleshoot. So I think, yes, of course, having an engineering background definitely gives you a head start. So I did not
mm.
have that head start, which is why I believe I had the keenness to learn.
Yeah.
I used to observe. I used to
Mm,
reach out to people to give me work
mm,
so that I can learn. And I with this company that I started off as a customer service executive or a technical support executive. And
mm,
I think it was Probably because I was very proactive in
Mm,
learning things, in anything that
mm,
was coming my way, I used to grasp it. So, just to take a step back, in this role, we
mm,
were working in a roster. So, we were working on shifts. So, we had
mm,
a shift starting from 6 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, then from 2 in the afternoon to 10 in the night, and then from 10 in the night to 6 in the morning. And then in between, there was a main shift which was from 6:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. because
mm,
it was all US clientele and we were offering a 24 by 7 support. And these trainings were very important for the financial professionals in the US because they were taking it for their continuing education credits.
mm, mm,
So, there are insurance agents, securities agents, they might be doing their training in the night and they might face a
mm,
problem. So, you need to be available. So, coming back, when when you are in the main shifts, of course, you have to take calls, you have to respond to emails, etc., etc. When you are in a off shift, that is the time that I used to utilize for understanding what is going on behind the scenes. So I used to
My
work
God.
with our account managers to understand more about the LMS. I used to understand, talk to the BAs to understand how the LMS is structured. And to be honest, the LMS, the learning management system that we had, in terms of the look and feel, was very similar to Salesforce.
Mm,
And when this LMS was launched in the company, this product, when it was
mm, mm,
launched, I was there in the company back then. Um, there was an internal announcement that went out that they wanted people who would want to volunteer to learn the LMS and can
mm,
support the salespeople to do sales demos. So basically,
mm,
you get the LMS and you have to configure it and make it suitable enough to meet a certain
mm,
POC use case. That's when I volunteered. I
mm,
said I want to learn. I had no idea that that exposure of configuring or
mm,
customizing an LMS is going to land me a Salesforce configuration job. I had no
mm,
clue at that time. It was so basically it was my knowledge on
mm,
Salesforce as an end user coupled with
mm,
the knowledge of a configurator. I
mm,
will not even use the word developer.
mm,
I think developer
mm,
is a level above. I will not use
mm,
that word. So I'll say configurator or administrator. Let's keep it very
mm,
basic. That
mm,
exposure, so these two exposures combined is probably what caught the attention of the gentleman at Thicos who was taking the
mm,
meeting. So it is,
mm,
and to me, I feel that uh, if something is coming my way, if it is new, I
mm,
will definitely give it a try. Whether I fail it or whether I succeed, that's a different
mm,
story. But at least
mm,
I'll try. If I get success, it's a bonus. If not, maybe I'm not cut out for it. Or maybe I mean
mm,
I'll try to my best abilities. I'll give you another example. When you talk about the marketing cloud consultant
mm,
exam,
mm,
maybe you would have probably you this is a question for a later part in your in this meeting,
mm,
but I'll bring it up now. I failed twice in that exam.
mm,
The second time when I failed, I thought I'm not cut out for it.
mm,
But maybe it was the nature of the product or the buzz around it, or because it was very different architecturally from the
mm,
Salesforce ecosystem that we had been dealing with. I kept on getting pulled back into it
mm,
voluntarily.
mm,
That's how I did the third attempt, and that's when I cracked it.
mm.
So
Uh,
marketing cloud
mm,
consultant was not an easy paper for me.
mm.
It took me
I
three
don't know. I
attempts and
think.
at least at least like close to 8 or 9 months of preparation
Mm,
without any hands-on experience.
mhm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know whether you mentioned that you failed twice or not. I don't
Mm,
recollect that. Okay,
mm.
if you have said in the public
I might
forum,
have.
yeah, in the LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But what I liked about you was I knew that you are not from marketing cloud.
Mm,
Okay, though, and your blog was saying that you are saying you're explaining every part of the sections in the exam, like this is covering this percentage, and these are the questions normally they are asking. The way you're categorizing and writing it, which that what I felt connected with, saying that somebody,
mm,
I like people who are basically able to explain to people what they have done. Hmm. And you were
Hmm.
able to express yourself very well. So that was my connection with you, like what you're doing. Okay, now I'll just come back to what you initially said. Huh.
Hmm.
So for those everyone who will be watching this, first let me clarify few things about
Yeah.
Anup. Hmm. He is the associate director currently in Eukivia. So your person is not a developer or technical architect who is discussing here. He is the associate director, and he's being very humble and discussing his career. So that is a person he is. Okay. Now, and again I'm repeating. Okay, he's not from any IT background. He's from uh, commerce.
Commerce.
Why I'm saying
Yeah.
this? Why I'm saying this again is when I was in class 10, okay, I said in one of the conversation also, I didn't have any mentor or guide or someone who is to guide me or say, Sashi, you're going to do this. Like I have a younger brother, I guided him. Okay, I studied this Marxist and said, oh no, you are not meant for science. You go do in
Hmm.
commerce. And I
Hmm.
said, no, you go and do CS, company secretary, right?
Hmm.
So I was there. At least I feel like I guided my brother. Hmm. For
Right.
me, I didn't have some guide. Okay.
Same here.
And yeah, when I was writing an essay in class 10, I said I will do commerce and become an engineer. So I can give everybody an example about you, where a person who comes from in commerce background can also become an engineer. Okay.
Yeah, but I get that a lot. I have gotten that question a lot in interviews. I mean, of course,
Mm,
I did not crack those interviews, but I have been questioned that if you're not an engineer, how do you claim to call yourself an architect? So I've got this question
yeah.
a lot.
थोड़ा सा ईगो में लग जाता है कुछ लोगों का, दैट इज नॉर्मल
It's
टेंडेंसी.
okay, it's their job. They have to challenge me.
Basically what happens is, say IT industries like TCS, Cognizant and all, they
Mhm.
have a specific criteria that you should have done BTech.
Yeah, yes,
As in,
yes.
okay.
Mhm.
Now when with the entry of Salesforce, nobody
Mhm.
can ask for this qualification
You
anymore.
can't challenge that anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So no, now there is a challenge. Okay. So
right.
one thing very important about you, your name is Anup. Okay. So I have a friend called Anup
Mhm.
Chetri. Hmm.
Okay,
So when we used to study in Jalpaiguri, and he used to
okay,
study in a AC college. I don't know that college, but he might be from a commerce background only, if I
okay,
have to recollect about him. Hmm.
okay. Mhm.
He always used to come and yeah, used to we were good friends, and he was a very good guy. And
Mhm.
I don't know, some influence, I don't know, like when you have you are mixing with those people, like we are from engineering college and he's from commerce, some way he had some affinity towards IT.
Okay,
Hmm. So after
okay.
passing his college, he joined BPO. Now I was just scrolling down to his profile just now in LinkedIn. You know
Mhm.
what is this? Lead at contact. Okay, certified Scrum Master, Scrum Fundamental Certified Personnel. This is his introduction there. Okay, and uh, he basically, yeah, he's a delivery manager now. Okay,
Okay.
he's a delivery manager, and he actually, yeah, he's also has done commerce only. Hmm.
Hmm.
So is there something commonality with this name Anup? What does Anup means?
I think it's just chance. It's just luck by chance.
No, the meaning of Anup. Oh,
Ah, the meaning. I think the
hmm.
the word itself means unique.
Unique. See.
Yeah. The word Anup,
Okay.
and I have googled it at times. It means
Hmm.
unique. It the literal meaning is unique, and it could
Ah,
be in a good context. It could be in a bad context, but
no, no.
it is
See,
unique.
it comes from if it is coming from Sanskrit, okay, so
Mhm.
it can never be in a bad context.
I would
Hmm.
hope so. Yeah.
No, there is no hoping and not. It is
Hmm.
incomparable,
Incomparable.
un,
Yes.
unequaled, and unique,
There you
right?
go.
So people who don't believe in mythology or people who don't believe in spirituality, basically they should consult. their parents once again, how they derive those names.
Yes, yeah, that's
Right?
true.
So see, I gave two examples just now. One is you, okay? Another is one of my friend.
One of your friends, yeah.
Both has the first name as Anup, okay, and they are doing a lot of excellence now. They are in a very good position where they can, I see. I don't know. Let me ask this question. Hmm. Now you are in an associate director in a company, okay. Under you, there might be a lot of engineers who are working for you, right?
There are some, yeah.
So, some do they sometimes ask you, you know, oh no, you didn't did BTech, and why, how you landed here, or some other sort of comment like, कैसे आ गया ये बंदा यहाँ पे, ये तो कोई बीटेक सीटेक कुछ करके आया नहीं, हम लोग जैसा मेहनत किया ही नहीं.
I used to get that question a lot, but not anymore. Now nobody asks me. But I think I'll tell
Mm,
you, Shashi, and again, this is my view. Um, Whatever degree you have, whether it's an engineering, whether it's an MBA, I think it'll help you get a foot in the door.
mm,
But whether you survive is based on your attitude, based on your aptitude, based on, I think, your hunger for learning.
mm,
I and again, I usually don't talk about myself too much,
mm,
but maybe I think I had the right attitude and the right aptitude. I know I have a hunger for learning. That
mm,
I know. But I
mm,
think I have the right attitude and the right aptitude. Plus, I will also say this, that I think I've been fortunate to be in the right place at the right time. When I joined Thicos, things were just getting started for Salesforce
mm,
in India, at least I would
mm,
say. So I think I got the opportunity at a very right time.
mm,
I cannot imagine a better time than that, because that
mm,
was the time when, like I said, it was purely functional.
mm,
So, and that actually gives me an advantage now, because again, I may be wrong, so please
mm.
feel free to correct me. A
No, no,
lot of the
you.
people
I love people opening up.
a lot of the entrants that I see coming into the
Mm,
Salesforce
mm,
ecosystem, they're engineers. You tell them a piece of logic, they will code it
mm,
like this.
mm,
I think what the layer which is missing is the business
mm,
side of it.
mm,
I learned from that layer. So when we
mm,
started, we were told what is an account, what is a contract, what is
mm,
an opportunity, what is a lead, what is an asset,
mm,
what is a case, and so on and so forth.
mm,
And and then things gradually moved to Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, so on and so forth. Then the portals came in, which later on became communities.
mm,
Now they are Experience Cloud. So I think because I belong to that era, I got the business knowledge of the scheme of things.
mm,
And in fact, in
mm,
most of the companies that I've worked with, which were like proper SIs,
mm,
including Satyam, including HCL,
mm, mm,
that I was one of those team members who was actually doing those functional trainings for the new interns or the new freshers who
mm,
are coming into the company.
mm,
I feel that layer is that side of
mm,
Salesforce or CRM. CRM तो is an outdated word now.
mm, mm.
Enterprise software maybe.
पहले हाँ, पहले जो
I think
सीआरएम था वो.
so. I think that business component is slightly taken a back seat,
Mm, mm,
which I feel is lacking. But again,
mm,
I think it is not a black hole that cannot be covered.
mm,
It's just that it's a matter of education. So
mm,
because we know the business side, it helps me understand. It helps me talk to customers. It helps me understand the problem that they're facing. And while they're explaining to me the problem, in my mind, I'm already building a picture of this is
mm,
how my boxes
mm,
are going to look like when I put
mm,
them on my slide, or when I start,
mm,
when I stand up next to the whiteboard.
mm, mm.
So
See,
yeah, I mean,
mm.
I used to get that question, but I guess because of my experience and because of my functional
Yeah.
expertise on the platform, I
Mm.
think I've gained that respect with the people now.
Obviously, you deserve respect for sure.
Thank you.
That is
Thank
more
you.
than 1000%. See, uh,
Thank you.
again, see, i- you have worked for. It's not only that you simply worked with, you got lucky, you went to a company and then you started and you got lucky. It's not only that. It's basically your just inside you that's saying that I want to learn. Okay, so I can give you countless examples of engineers. Okay, uh, where वो लोग का हालत अभी क्या है, I don't know there. Okay, I know a lot of my friends also. Okay, personal. I know a lot of personal friends also. I know a lot of colleagues and all. Okay, who used to call themselves like the champions in coding and all. Hmm. I know a lot of people, so I can give countless examples. I have been in this. I see. I also have been in now this industry for more than 12 years, so I've seen a lot
Mhm.
of people, right? Every day and day out. I'll go, but before the point that I want to say, first, see, Anup is the one who has worked with HCL. Anup has worked for Deloitte. Anup has worked for Accenture. Maybe you people, there are a lot of people who might be saying, I want to go to the MNCs. He has already been to those all MNCs to his face from starting from 2009. I started my career 2010. Mm. And you were
Mm.
already there in HCL in 2009. तो
Right.
अ, जिसको नमक समझ आया तो समझ आया, नहीं समझ आया तो क्या बोले, ठीक है. सो वन थिंग, सी, ऐसा होता है ना अनु, आई हैव सीन पीपल, ओके, लाइक दे वर गुड डेवलपर्स एंड ऑल, and
Mhm.
they started working and they were very good, okay, but somehow, what happens is, one time at one phase they will start feeling fatigue, saying that no, I'm tired now, I'm not going to do
Mhm.
this. I'm not able to take this on. And
Mhm.
I've seen people transiting from developer to becoming a business analyst. It sometimes it happens the
Oh,
opposite. It should always happen the opposite. Business analyst, then the
right.
developer, and then right.
Right.
But I've seen the opposite happening also.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
I can give you example where developers used to say, "I am a developer." Okay, but I've
Mhm.
seen the testers flying high better than developers. Okay, in terms of career, I'm saying. Hmm.
Mhm.
So when I used to work for TCS, I would see 2 years, 3 years testers who used to fly to US for on-site. Okay, the
Mhm.
developers are just banging their computer keyboards for 6, 7 years. Because what do
Mm.
you say? When you're working for a technology like JavaScript, sorry, Java,
Right.
okay, not JavaScript, Java or .NET,
Yeah.
there is a lot of people who are already there competing with you.
Mm.
Hmm. Now, when you as you progress, like let's say I am a college student, I'll come with them and say, "Bhai, I know this. I have done this in college. I am a everybody, my friends and everybody has appreciated you. Now
Mm.
you enter from you are coming out of the pond and going to the ocean.
Right.
Hmm. So when you jump into the ocean, you know a little bit of swimming, but then when you
Right.
see the whales and sharks,
Yes.
isn't it? So, uh, and I can also give an example. I that comes to my mind that there are two very good friend of mine. Okay, one is
Mhm.
Anis and one is Asim. Hmm.
Mhm.
And yeah, they were very technically sound and they were from their college days. They're doing very good, right? But they had that patience with them because they
Mm.
inside them they knew that I am a good developer coder. Inside them,
Right.
they didn't require outside validation. Hmm.
Mm.
A
Okay.
lot of my friends used to, what happened is, after 2 years or 3 years they will say, नहीं हो रहा है अब, नहीं हो रहा है, मैं ये चाहता हूँ, नहीं तो हो रहा है इतना मेहनत करके.
Mm.
That used to happen. Okay,
Mm.
but I have seen Anis. He was very intelligent guy. Hmm. And he kept his patience. He kept on doing what he liked, and finally, what he wanted, he got it. Now I feel he's quite satisfied. You know, person. So he knew he had the clarity. He had the vision. What needs to be
Mm.
done. Mm.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
so that is what, see, that when I can go dive what you have, what you were sharing and all. Okay.
Mhm.
I was, see, I go. all read all the activities what you are doing, what you are posting. I can see
Mhm.
after 4 years before what you are doing, and 5 years I can even go there.
No, but it's an interesting point that you raised about developer fatigue and then they moving into BA role or different roles.
Mm.
I always thought that it would probably they would try to go to the next level, which is like once you're a developer, you understand the architecture in and out and so on and so forth. You would probably aim for the next level, which is becoming, I don't know, a tech lead, and then eventually I would imagine that if I would have started off now as a developer, assuming if I would have done the engineering as well, then and if I would have gotten into the business now, my goal would have probably been to crack the CTA. I don't know,
Mm.
maybe 5 years down the line or
Mm.
8 years down the line. That would have been my goal. But I'm quite surprised that there are
No, no,
people
no. Okay,
after
let me
doing
give you some.
development are going back
Let
to.
me give you some facts.
Hmm.
Okay, now about engineers. When you're saying, hmm.
Okay, maybe I'm ignorant about the
No, no,
engineering
no,
world,
no.
which is
That is not ignorant. Basically, that is only the background. You different coming from a different background, and me coming from different way. I'll tell you
perhaps,
that
yeah.
people perceive as every engineers are are very good coders. That is
Uh-huh.
absolutely none. Okay, that doesn't happen. Okay, they will be
Okay.
very, yeah, they have a advantage if they were good students in the college.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And my teacher, I'll tell you, my teacher when I was in school, he used to say, if you have to Harvard University did some experiment,
Mm-hmm.
okay, on students to
Mm-hmm.
see who at the later life who succeeded. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it was concluded that the average students basically the success they achieve is more than the toppers.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
because toppers already set the benchmark very high. Okay, now I'm a
Right.
topper. I have to
Mm-hmm.
achieve this. I'm a topper. Everybody knows me. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and when the failures, everybody will go through that down phase, that
Mm-hmm.
stagnation and failure will happen. They will be the first person who gets easily demotivated. Hmm. Now, what happens
Interesting.
with the average student mindset is they 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 know that they are average, right? So if they get little bit more than what they're expecting, they say, "Wow, I got this."
Mhm.
Right? I
Then it's a
never thought
bonus.
about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
they say, "Oh, I can do this. Okay, then let me try this." And when they succeed, they
Right.
say, "Arey, this also happened. I never thought about it." So that is what the Harvard University experiment teaches. Hmm. And
Interesting.
uh, and engineering students. So nice to say this. Uh, are you not aware that how many people pass the exam? How they pass? See. That's a basic fact. Okay. Uh, the other fact I'll tell you. Okay. Uh, engineering college in India,
Mhm.
the cost.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Right. When the cost is high, okay, uh, what type of student you are going to basically be there? Will just imagine currently, obviously, India has progressed a long way. Uh,
Yes.
just
Yes.
imagine 1990 time. Hmm.
Mm.
In 1990 time, when India's economy was such a bad hit where Manmohan Singh made it good. Okay,
Mm.
he was the finance minister. Not sorry,
Finance
he was the
minister.
RBI governor. Our
Right.
RBI
Right.
governor that time.
Right.
Hmm. So during that time, just you imagine, कौन जाएगा Indian engineering college में? Hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Those are privileged.
Mm.
और जो privileged है वो क्या मेहनत करेगा क्या? Like let's say, just give a percentage. Uh, so there will be only one or two, maximum to 10% good students who coming from
Mm.
a previous background who will basically do well. Hmm.
Engineering.
But 90% because
Mm.
the cost factor, no?
Cost factor.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I'm hitting a lot of things there. I'm saying, see, when I joined TCS, okay,